So it's 2017 at my last school. It's like last term, year six residential trip.
Nice.
And we it's like a camping one, and we went down to the south coast, and all the kids are in tents, and you're doing like bushcraft, and what's that thing where you're jumping off cliffs into water and fishing, all that sort of
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. And we're all in tents. I don't know, and I love these things, but every time I go, I don't know if it's the porter cabin news or just the carb heavy diet. I just can't go to the loo. And I like to keep my colleagues abreast of my situation, so they're fully well aware. And like on day, I think it's like day 4. I think we're going home the next day. It was my turn to have some free time in the evening. So I said to Nolsey, one of the PE teachers, "Do you want to go for a run? It's a lovely evening. Should we go for a little run?" So we went off for a little run in the countryside, chatting away. And about half an hour in, I suddenly have like this like powerful wave sort of pulse through me. And I'm like, oh, and he's like a bit quiet, and the sweats are starting. And he's like, "You're right, Jen." I'm like, "Yeah, not all right." Because I know with absolute certainty that what hasn't happened for 5 days is about to happen, and pretty quickly. So I'm like, got to walk, no, got to run, got to walk. And like, I'm just like, we're not making it back. And I just dive through this bush on the other side. He's like, "You're right, what's going on?" I'm like, "I'm on my shorts." He's like, "All right." I'm like, "Get away, move away, stay back, stay back." He then realizes what's happening, and I can hear him just wetting himself, and he's going, "Oh, congratulations, Jen, happy for you." I'm like, no. I'm like mortified. I can't believe I'm having an outdoor dump in front of my male colleague. So eventually I come out, I'm like, "Right, okay, just like don't mention it." Like, we've jogged back. I'm like really quite mortified. All the kids are off like whittling something in the woods with the rangers, and the rest of the staff are sat around. Like, "Do you have a nice run?" I'm like, "I don't want to talk about it." Here in the tent. I come out and they're like, "Oh, well done." The next day is like the final day, and we like pack up and we stick all our stuff in our rucksacks and we sling it on the minibuses, and they drive off because we've got like this 5-mile hike, and we're going to meet them on this beach. It's a lovely day, and I'm like trying to put, you know, the thing that happened behind me, and I'm walking with my
Yeah.
mate Polly, the other year 6 teacher. We're all sort of following along through the, it's lovely, you've always got a couple of kids who are around chatting to you, won't go away. And about an hour in, Nosy, who's up front, he kind of falls back to me, and he's got this smirk on his face, like, "Oh, here we go again. He's gonna, I don't know, all right, Nosy." And he's like, "Jen, all right?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. You're right." It's like, "Recognize this place, do you?" And I'm like, and it all looks quite the same, and it's slowly dawning on me, it does look quite familiar. And just as I'm realizing, I think, "Oh my God, this is where the incident happened." I'm like,
The
"No, it can't
incident.
be. It can't be here." I was like, "No, even if it is, we're not going to see chances of walking past it." And with that, Major, who's leading the front of the group, I hear him go, "Watch the boo!" he stood, he stood with a foot either side of it, and he's shepherding these kids around. And they're all going, obviously it's 5 days worth, they're all going, "Whoa, whoa," and I'm walking along and I can't believe it's happening. I'm watching the entire year 6 student body and my colleagues walk past my massive tub. And as I go past, like, I'm like saying to Molly, "Do not look at it, do not look at me in the eye, keep here, eyes here, eyes here." The little kid next to me goes, "Wow, Miss, what kind of animal do you think did that?" And I'm like, "I don't know." In my head, I'm like, "It's me, I'm that animal."